Alright, welcome to the Team Dingus official tour of the Canadia server. So Canadia is the official Minecraft server that we have. We've had it for a little while now. A long time, almost a year. And it's a creative Minecraft server where we build stuff, and you'll probably see a lot of it on this channel. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour today of the first town, which is Vancouver. This is Canadia, so it's Vancouver. So let's just get started. So this is the main spawn point. Noises on Vancouver Mountain. Sorry about that. You spawn on top of Vancouver Mountain right here, overlooking Vancouver Rectangle, which is the square rectangle down there, and the town, and you spawn in front of a big map of the entire world. We are, let's see, you can see that sign that says you are here. We're right there. Here's the castle, here's the square, here's the town, here's the rest of the world. So behind us is Vancouver Castle, which is the temple of the gods of Canada. I'm not going to talk about those, but Vancouver Castle is kind of the central point. There's the flag. So we have a few little things over here. This clears your inventory. This would take you to the PvP world if the PvP world still existed, but we kind of lost that in some server issues. But the main way to get down is just to follow this rectangle road. Back here is some pretty neat stuff that I'm not going to talk about. There's a grocery store, art gallery, dance club, statue of a tree, Department of Mysteries, some fast food places, a casino, people's houses, a weather station that lets me control the time of day and the weather. But following this road down, so this thing that we run into this is a fast food chain. It's called Dunkin' Scrub Nuts. Do you dunk scrubs? Dunkin' Scrub Nuts is a fast food chain in Canada, and it's quite popular. They're basically everywhere. They serve scrub nuts, and this place has some interesting flavored scrub nuts: cheese, chocolate, strawberry, and mousse. They get a lot more interesting than that. I think one of my favorites is hydrochloric acid flavored scrub nuts. BioWare Vancouver, which is BioWare the game studio. This is the Vancouver branch. I thought, well, we're in Canada, might as well make a actual Canadian game studio. What does this say? Oh, Alden. Vancouver Inn. This is my inn. They're beautiful Mr. Squiggle Squid who runs the inn for us. And our beautiful pet, Sheepy. Good job, Sheepy. That's not the original Sheepy. Sheepy's been recreated. The original Sheepy was when I was making this. It was this sheep that would just randomly walk in, climb up here, and then fall off because there was no wall yet. And this sheep just did this multiple times, so eventually I just put it in the pen and gave it a name. And, theater, gym. It's a really nice gym. Bank. Skydiving lessons. We'll go there eventually. But back, if we head up here again, and over here, here comes the Vancouver Rectangle, which is kind of the central point, but it's not. That's the central point up there, the Vancouver Castle. But here we've got horse stables, my horse, Schrodingus, like Schrodinger, but he's a dingus. Schrodingus, couple people's horses. No one's horses are really here right now. There's not much here. This is an entrance to the Hole, which is another town. That'll be next episode. Here we have a restaurant, the janitorial tunnel, fine dining establishment. We'll talk about that later. This is someone's house. It's a nice little house. Let's go. This is the Demon Head. Here's the Vancouver town office. I'm not the mayor of Vancouver, but someone else who's on the server, Jacob, you'll see his videos, is. It's a pretty nice place. Alden made this. It's beautiful. Alden is really good at building, if you can't tell already. I think we should head down to the gym, and I'll just poke my head in there, and I'll show you how really swag that is. This is so swag. Okay, look at this. There's basket. Calm down, Sheepy. There's a gym, like a basketball floor. There's some basketballs, right? And then up here, this is a little bit more abstract, but it's fitness stuff. That's supposed to be weightlifting. I like it when you make stuff look cool in Minecraft. Sheepy's loud, I'm sorry. She's a very loud being. The Bank of Canadia. We used to have a whole monetary system that involved banks, and then it was a plugin, and then we don't have a monetary system anymore because it's a creative server. On the back we have the nether brick fence, which is, well, it's a strip club. This is the first building in Canada. Me and Jacob were having a building contest to see who could make the best strip club. I lost, but I kept the world, and eventually it turned into this. So you've noticed this skyscraper, I'm sure. This is the headquarters of the Sus Group, which is one of the main companies that owns a lot of Canada. The Sus Group owns the Scrubnuts chain. They own the Vancouver Inn. They don't own BioWare. That was a recent deal. They own the gym. They own the grocery store. They own a lot of things. Back here we've got some market stalls and other Dunkin' Scrubnuts. I told you they were everywhere. This is the Damn Pancakes breakfast, which is kind of a semi-private joke. It's also a YouTube video. Maybe we'll show you that later. On the other side of Vancouver Castle, there's a road that goes around it. Here we have Alden's Little Building Company. The Boone Company Builders. That's also a private joke. This is the spawn room. This is where, like, visitors and, sort of lower level people spawn. It's supposed to have all the rules, but we haven't kept up with that very well. So you see this, there's this emerald line. The emerald line in Canada is a town border, so we're not going to cross it because over there is the town of British Columbia, which is a nice town too. Alden's built most of it. Over here we have the Vancouver Library, or the Library of Vancouver, I guess. We actually keep books here. There aren't too many. There's mostly informative texts. Just information about Canada. There's some mythology and legends. I think there's some quests, yeah. But those are pretty interesting. So this is a statue of Bataman, who's a famous figure in Canadian history. So if we just follow this, so this is the road from Vancouver. So that road from Vancouver Castle goes down to the square and down to waterfront Vancouver. This way goes sort of on the other side. This is like a sort of a pass between that mountain over there and Vancouver Mountain, which is the spawning mountain. So here we come back upon the town hall again. That's where the courtroom is, and you see this just comes back down to the rectangle. Here we have this kind of bridge, which is the Vancouver bypass. It allows you to get onto this road, which I forget what it's called. I think I changed it a couple times. The Swagway. The Swagway goes to another town, which we'll talk about later. But the Swagway connects right down here to the bank. And that just lets you not have to walk through all here when you're walking, which no one walks because everyone flies because it's a creative server. Here we have another flag that's not crumpled up. This is a rail station. We have lots of rail stations. No one uses them. This is the grounded ship. It's a grounded ship. It's grounded on the ground. Yeah, there's some secrets here. Funeral parlor. No one knows what that is. It's a chicken factory, I think, but I don't really know. This is one of the Newbie Labs building places. Newbie Labs is Alden's company. Sus Groups is my company, but we're both employees in the other's company. This is one of my favorites. This is the Vancouver Death Center. I made this. It's so... Oh, this is my spawn point. I spawn on top of the demon head. It's... The Vancouver Death Center is beautiful. Onwards, I think we went over here. This is kind of getting more out of the world, but this is something I spawned in once. That's an airship that someone made. This is the hockey arena that won't be working until 1.8 comes out. We're not going to go over there. Over here is the Jungle Territories, which is a totally different town. This is I'm not going to go on the skyscraper. The skyscraper is big. We have a parkour course that goes all over Canada. So we're going to end this video, I don't know how long it is, with a couple things. First, we're going to go skydiving, which I showed you this earlier, but we didn't go inside. This is the skydiving lessons. You don't have to read any of that. You just go to the back and stand on this pressure plate. It teleports you up to a airplane, which is, if I can fly, right above all of Vancouver. I'm just going to fly up here, and then you can skydive off of it. That's the "You're Here" sign that you saw on the map. Whee! Oh, can I make it on the I can't make it on the parkour course. So we're going to end with one other thing that I think is pretty cool. So we're going to go into the weather station and set the time to night. Beautiful, nighttime, yay. So now we're going to come onto this platform that's floating above Vancouver Square, rectangle. You'll note that the demon head lights up at nighttime. Let's see, just make sure it's reset. Yay! I've set up Vancouver Castle with some beautiful fireworks. Yay! Ooh! I have to go back here. This is my airship, the Scintillant. I spawned that in. I'm not that good at building. A monastery and just mountains back here. But thank you for watching this first episode. I'm sure we'll have several episodes. Next is the town that I showed you, which is kind of under here, which is the hole. I'm just going to pause the video here, but the tour is going to keep going. So you'll be able to watch the next video in the playlist, or whatever it is. Let me set it back to day. Wait. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next episode with the hole.